Have you ever felt like your thoughts are just running on autopilot? Well, today we're going to grab the steering wheel. We are diving deep into this incredible concept called intellectual agency. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll have a real practical map to become the captain of your own mind. So let's just jump right in with a pretty big question. Are you the driver, or are you just a passenger in your own head? I mean, are you consciously steering your thoughts where you want them to go, or do they just kind of happen to you? It's a huge idea, and it's really at the heart of everything we're talking about today. Okay, so what is this thing, intellectual agency? Well, put simply, it's your ability to consciously take charge, to manage and direct your own thinking, your emotions, and even your actions. It's about shifting gears from just reacting to stuff to being the one who actually originates the thought, the feeling, the action. It's about being in charge of your own inner world. To really get our heads around this, we're going to break it down into 4 parts. First up, we'll meet your inner captain. This is the core of your agency. Then, we're going to stock your mental workshop with some essential thinking tools. After that, we'll look at the fuel that powers your intellectual growth. And finally, we'll make the climb to the summit, which is all about achieving real wisdom. All right, let's dive into part 1, the core. I want you to picture a captain at the helm of a ship. That's what we're talking about here. The part of you that steers your mind with actual purpose. This isn't just about thinking, it's about how you direct that thinking. So this inner captain is really a team of 3 working together. First, you've got self-governance. Think of that as your own internal rulebook, the principles you operate by. Then there's intention. That's the energy, the focus that points your thoughts toward a specific goal. And finally, you have volition. This is the big one. It's the muscle that turns that intention into actual action. So intention is saying, I'm going to write a book. Volition is what actually sits you down in the chair to type that first chapter, especially when you don't feel like it. They're the real leadership team of your mind. Okay, so our captain is on the bridge, but even the best captain needs a good set of tools, right? That brings us to our second section, the mental workshop. This is all about the mechanics, the nuts and bolts of how we think and build understanding. And in this workshop, you've basically got 2 main kinds of tools. On one side, you have heuristics. These are your fast, intuitive, gut-feeling tools, perfect for making quick calls. On the other side, you've got logical reasoning. This is the slow, deliberate, careful analysis that makes sure your conclusions are actually solid. Now here's the key. A developed mind doesn't just have these tools. It knows exactly which one to pull out for the job at hand. But of course, the best tools in the world are pretty useless if you don't have good materials to work with. In your mental workshop, that raw material is your knowledge base. It's everything you've ever learned, all the facts and experiences you've gathered. The quality of that material, well, that directly affects how well you can build anything meaningful. So, we've got a captain, and we've got a workshop full of tools. Now, what powers the whole operation? We need fuel. This third section is all about how we actively grow, how we expand our thinking, and improve our agency. This is where things get really dynamic. This growth really happens in a powerful cycle. It all kicks off with questioning. That's the engine that stops us from getting lazy in our thinking. That natural curiosity then leads to something called Xenodochy. It's a fantastic word, and it basically just means being hospitable to foreign ideas, being truly open-minded. And then, when you mix what you already know with those new ideas, boom, you get novelty generation, that creative spark where something totally new is born. And what's the engine behind all of this? What really drives this whole cycle? It's so simple, but so powerful. It's the question, why? That impulse, that restless search for meaning, that's the fundamental human drive that pushes us to go deeper, to learn more, and to never, ever be satisfied with surface-level answers. And that brings us to our final leg of the journey, the summit. We've talked about the captain, the tools, the fuel, but where is all this taking us? What's the ultimate goal? Well, it's all about achieving wisdom. That's the highest, best use of your intellectual agency. The climb to that summit starts right here at base camp. And base camp is knowledge. This is the raw data. It's the facts, the figures, all the information we gather. It's absolutely essential, of course, but it's really just the starting point. So, from base camp, we start the climb to the next level, which is understanding. This is where we stop just collecting individual facts, and we start connecting them.
We see the patterns. It's like turning a long list of street names into an actual usable map of a city. You see how it all fits together.
And finally, we reach the summit, wisdom. And if understanding is having the map, then wisdom is looking at that map and knowing which path you ought to take. It's not just about what you know or how it connects. It's about applying all of that with good judgment, for the right reasons.
And this is so crucial. Wisdom is not just about being smart. It's this beautiful mix of your knowledge, your life experience, and your ethical compass. It's about using your intellect not just to be right, but to actually help yourself and others flourish.
Now, as we bring all this together, it's vital to remember that this isn't some linear checklist where you do one step and then the next. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. It's circular. Your wisdom informs the questions you ask, which builds your knowledge, which sharpens your tools, which leads to more wisdom. It's a constant, incredible loop.
You know, at the end of the day, building your intellectual agency is so much more than just a mental exercise. I absolutely love how the source material describes it. An ethically charged act of self-formation and creative world-making. When you take command of your mind, you're not just changing yourself, you're fundamentally changing how you show up in the world and what you create in it.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. You have the map now. So, which part of your intellectual agency are you going to work on today? Are you going to sharpen a tool? Are you going to go out and find a new, challenging idea? Or maybe just take a moment to ask, why? The choice, and all the power that comes with it, is yours.